This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio. Elegbete TV Radio, we dare to lead. Elegbete TV Radio. Broadcasting. Listen.
I messed up big time. I'm having problems. All right, good morning and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Matthijs. You're going to love to come in Elegbete One of Sports. It's a seriously raining day over here, and something to say about my wife and rain, but let me save it for another day. So she's bragging that she's better at geography than I am. Like they are going to give us an award. I don't know. She just make it look like, oh, our geography knowledge is way our geography game is better than mine, because she comes out and she looks at the weather and tell me, oh, it's going to rain, and I'm like, no, but it's not going to rain. Come on, the sun is shining, Now that's how much I know. But then it starts to rain, and then she comes out like, oh, I told you, I'm better than you. Why is it that women, you people, like to rub it in just to pepper somebody sharp? Wait till happen. So what if you're better than me? So what? So what if you just know what the past person not going to rest again? Women, why? Why is it like that? Oh no, I got the wrong one. I just got the wrong one. Oh no. I did something wrong now. Put my okay, so let me get it out again so that we're all set for the show. I'm trying to link up. It's like somebody disconnected the WhatsApp from the computer, so I'm trying so hard to link the office computer. What I now went to do was to go link my personal WhatsApp to the computer. Like my head all the turn upside down. Like too much bills to pay. It don't really affect my head. I was supposed to send address of the studio to my other brother, Barrister Paul Musa. I just realized that I didn't set it. Like, who does that? But I've had in here now, let's talk about contracts. Like, Jesus, see value content that I'll send tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or Friday or next week. I don't know about Uncle Paul. I have to call him later, and apologize, because that's stupid me to the very high heavens. Stupid me beyond description. Right, guys, how you doing? The biggest news that came out of football yesterday. No, sports, because Serena Williams was knocked out. First attempt at her favorite playing surface, the Wimbledon SW19. Well, it doesn't affect ranking anyway, but she came in as a wild card and she got knocked out. And seems like it's the end of an era. She should just take her 23, enjoy herself, go and be doing endorsement and be doing other things. Tennis, it's like she's reached the end of the road with tennis, and it doesn't even make her a bad, player. Let's be very, very honest here. It doesn't make her anywhere bad. Okay, but you know how people will always, rate you differently from how they rate other people. The rules, get different when it comes to certain kind of people. But for me, Serena Williams is a legend. I don't care what anybody says or think. I don't care. I just think that she's a legend, and she's going to stay like that. By my book, she's still the greatest of all time. Maybe not everybody will agree with me on this one, but to me, she's a great legend, and I'm hoping that it stays like that. Maybe she would always come back again to compete, and she should just play for the fun of it. Or what do you guys think? I think that Serena Williams should just play tennis for the fun of it, for the exercise, for all that. Like I said some time ago, last year or 2 years ago, when I said that now that she have a child and a mammary gland or a breast are bigger, it's gonna be difficult for her because she's a heavy babe, not like slim. And tennis is all about fast movement, quick turning, and all that, and it will come to bear at the end of the day. And I think that that's exactly what's happening now. But hey, people have different views, different outlook to it, and they think that she's going to make 24. For me, I don't think Serena Williams needs 24 to be crowned a great. She's a tennis great already. That said, football, shocking news. Chelsea was not in transfer news. Chelsea was looking like they don't know what they're doing. They're struggling with setting their house in order. And that's the thing. Like I keep saying that nobody spent 4.7 billion to buy a football club and not know what to do. I don't think that there is a stupid billionaire. I keep saying this word. Some people like, oh, you don't know what you're saying. But I do not think that there is a billionaire out there that is a stupid person. I don't care what anybody think or what anybody says, but I'm going to stand my foot on that one. There's not a single person who is a billionaire that can be defined as stupid. Like you don't know what they do. Money misreaders, we love to say this part of the world. Because for you to rise to the level of becoming a millionaire, then going from a millionaire to being a billionaire, there's something you know very well how to do that a lot of people don't know how to do. And if they take you for granted, that's because they are the ones that are ignorant, not you. And it shouldn't be a problem with you. But a lot of people don't see it that way. Like, oh, that's what are you saying? And these people are money misread. Well, we're saying it now. Out of the blues, Arsenal was pursuing Raphinha. But see, let me be very honest. I don't think Arsenal really were going to buy Raphinha. And this is my reasons. And this is not because, oh, Arsenal missed out. That's what I'm saying. If you look at every other player that Arsenal have pursued, they kind of like negotiated the deal within the lines of what the selling club or the club that owns the player is asking for. In the case of Raphinha, from the get-go, Leeds United have said what they want is 60 million. 60 million or nothing. And Arsenal went first with 30 million, that's half of it. And then they went again with us. And this is a player who, one of his primary objective of wanting to leave Leeds United was to play the Champions League. His first choice was Barcelona. Barcelona didn't have the money, 60 million or 50 million of that. So I thought that Arsenal coming in with 30, 35 meant that they didn't want to sign that player. They were just, trying to, what's that song now? Like his daddy. They were just trying to do that. And it just didn't work. So they had to go back again and try their best and see whether maybe they will be lucky. But unfortunately, they were not lucky. And it got somebody to send me a message that not signing Raphinha, does that affect Arsenal? And I was like, come on, you should look at Arsenal from the position where they are, not looking at them from because they surprise everybody is normally expected to deliver. So when the season ended and Arsenal didn't make the top four, would anybody have agreed that by the end of June or leading to the end of June, there's still going to be more? I think that Arsenal needs a striker at least, needs effect to that midfield. But hey, there's no need crying over Spurs make our biggest rival. I don't even see them as a rival, but hey, that's the way Spurs these days as Arsenal's rival. So let's just keep it crossed there. So I think that some of the suggestion that I made yesterday, and everyone like, well, why would you say injury prone? Arsenal should sign Estelle Tierney, loan out Tavares. I think Tavares might come good in the future. Loan him out and then do some of these things, and it would help. But hey, this is me saying what on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, what you think. But then, if I was on the Chelsea side, my primary focus would be a striker because you let Lukaku go, and it seems like you're going to let Kai Havertz and Timo Werner go for the league. You need a striker, but having Raphinha is an upgrade on all of the wingers that they have. And we're also hearing that they're going to have make a bid for Raheem Sterling, and they're also going to make a bid for a few other players as well. So let's keep our fingers crossed. I like the fact that the transfer ball is rolling out and looking like Manchester United in a couple of days or by next week they would have their man Frankie de Jong, which is and from there they will move on to other things, replace players that have left. Lingard have gone, not like Lingard was a key player in the squad. Pogba have gone, so Frankie de Jong is a direct replacement according to the stories that we're hearing. But then there's also a story that Cristiano Ronaldo might leave or might not leave, but Cristiano Ronaldo is the big elephant in the room. It's not the one you discuss. You just have to wait and be patient with them. So let's see how that goes. But then let me read the first set of messages. WhatsApp, Divine Tokese finally Chelsea is doing something meaningful in the transfer market, and they had to snatch it from Arsenal and Barcelona. Well, it's a done in dog world, so I'm not surprised that happened. I'm not. I'm not ever surprised when this type of thing happens. It's not the first time Arsenal is snatching player. New that I'm surprised about Gonzalo Higuain as well. So it's not something whether they snatch the player from us or they did not snatch the player from us. It's just that we were not ready for. Okay, right, Malasia. Anyway, anything I see, I take. Glory, glory. The time will come for them to sign, and they will sign the players that they want to sign. I don't think that anybody should lose sleep or lose faith on Manchester United signing players. I don't think that it has gotten that bad in terms of in the football front, in terms of Manchester United, because the hardest part is to have the money. Even though they're not playing in Champions League, meaning that some players might just not come because they want to play in the Champions League, but they still will get who they want to get. Someone along hard to break that record, to perhaps seal that talk of being the greatest. She should just relax and enjoy. Greatest for me, even me. That's what I think too. The connections are terrible. The internet, I don't know. Maybe we would also have the same kind of problem that we had yesterday with the internet again, but at least it's doing well on Instagram. We're not struggling with that one, and it's the same connection. That's the funny part of this whole thing. But let's see how it goes. I don't know, but somehow it does look very good at the start, and then somewhere along the line it just goes off. Okay, having said that, let's look at some of the news, some of the stories making the round in Italy, and then I come to the transfer update. I would be doing 30 minutes of the show today. I have a class to teach because I need to meet up with my class. I'm sorry, my people, but I mean, those children needs me as much as needs me. Okay, so Roma, they are now targeting Sasa Lukic. Okay, that's one of the players that they're looking at, and the player is valued at 20 million euro. That's about 16.7 million pounds. So it should be easy for them. That is a player of Torino, but then there are some Premier League clubs that also want the player. Sevilla ready to raise offer for Luis Alberto as Liverpool's sell-on clause bugs Lazio. Yes, Chelsea make contact for Napoli's Khalido Koulibaly. Yes, there's plenty of money now, and that money wants to start working. So it is time for us to see the money working. Fiorentina set to sign Real Madrid's Luka Jovic. I thought he would go to Italy, and definitely now it's looking like that's going to happen. Milan shortlist PSG's Diallo alongside Lazio, Francesco Alcabi. Don't forget that Milan have also unveiled the former Liverpool backup star and the Belgian, Divock Origi. So they're looking to attack next season, even as Inter Milan have brought on Lukaku on loan. They know that they have to be ready. If not, Lukaku, Inter Milan and Lukaku can still, as Steve Harvey would say, in Family Feud. Now, having said that, let's go to some of the transfer gist or transfer snippets and rumors that we have. Before I would go there, let's not forget that Manchester United have already resumed training, and the coach, Erik ten Hag, have laid down the ground rules, tell the players what he wants and what he doesn't want, how they want to go, and he's also appealed to them that, look, listen, we've been a sleeping giant for so long. I think we need to all realize that we need to work together and get the result done. Erik ten Hag arrived at Manchester United to be met by a restless Cristiano Ronaldo and fan fury at money-grabbing Glazer, but going Dutch for Frankie de Jong could provide a spark. The new, that's what the headline is, Daily Mail. Okay. And there's also another headline in the Daily Mail that might interest anybody in this conversation. The talk of Bayern Munich and Lewandowski is still a big conversation. Lewandowski, according to sources, Lewandowski is angry because they were talking to Haaland and Mbappe and some other striker, Harry Kane and the rest of them. My question is, why is he getting angry? I mean, I don't see any reason why he should be angry. Bayern are planning for the future. You're already 33, meaning that you pretty much would be off the chart very soon. So the planning for the future is not supposed to make you angry. When they signed you, there were other strikers there. Anywhere you want to go now, they also have strikers there. Those people are angry, but hey, what do I know? Barcelona are ready to make one final offer to Bayern Munich of 34.5 million plus add-ons for their number one target, Robert Lewandowski. With President Juan Laporta calling the one-away striker to ask for patience in getting the deal done. So this one is where you start singing Surule, because that's the way it's going to be. Chelsea continue to talk over a swap deal for Juventus star Matthijs de Ligt involving Christian Pulisic as Angel Di Maria closes in on a free transfer to the Italian giant. We will see how that goes. Okay, the race war in Formula One is still going on as Max Verstappen's girlfriend Kelly Pickett likes a post from a relative of Nelson Piquet defending the former three-time Formula One champion after his use of a racial slur against Sir Lewis Hamilton, despite him facing ban from the sport. Okay, everybody have their own. And this bold headline from the Daily Mail that says Chelsea gate crash Arsenal's bid to sign Raphinha and agrees £60 million deal for Leeds winger with players agent and ex-Blue Star Deco at the heart of talks as they usurp their London rivals with an 11-hour swap. Well, that was always going to go the other way because, come on, Deco have a Chelsea relationship and it was easy to make that call. He's a Chelsea, I don't know what I call him, a Chelsea legend, but he's a Chelsea player, former Chelsea player that works well. Remember Carlos Vela, the former Arsenal player, the guy that had a spat in the MLS with Zlatan Ibrahimovic? Once his new LAFC teammate Gareth Bale, he will have to work hard because MLS is not an easy league like many people think. With the watchman told to be ready for a very physical challenge in the States. Okay, so remember that. Don't forget the heartbreak for Serena Williams on her emotional return to SW19 or Wimbledon as it is called, as she is beaten by little-known Harmony Tan. Okay, she was given a tan in 3 hours first round epic under the light on center court. Okay, as questions emerge over whether she will ever return to Wimbledon again. She came in this time as a wild card. She normally comes in as world number one, but this time around she came in as a wild card, and even the wild card did not wow anybody as nothing wild went down in SW19. Sorry about that. I think I finally figured out what's wrong. Running Facebook and the YouTube stream on the same computer somehow seemed to be like the problem why this thing is freezing. Now I shut down the Facebook. I'm sorry for Facebook people, but hey, it's what it is, man. You got to choose where you bury this butter. Okay, this one is coming from Diane, all the way in Sweden. Diane says, I have good morning, Nidafi. I have 3 questions for you. 1, how do you deal with fans dropping into your inbox and asking you for money and all that? Because I have a lot of friends who are YouTubers too, who are social media influencers. That's one of the biggest complaints they have, but some of them don't know how to deal with it properly. So I need to hear from you if you're also facing the same problem. Number 2, how do you manage? I spent the last 2 weeks looking at all your content. How do you manage to reach out to all of these people that you interview, from Martin Tyler to Glenn Davis, Judojo and Gallo? You were even at his house, and the other Super Eagles players like Victor Osimhen, the coach of the Super Eagles, former coach of the Super Eagles, you should say, Austin Eguavon, and all of these guys, Kenneth Meru, and more. My 3rd question, how do you balance being a public figure and family life? That was easy. I think it's you people that think that I'm a public figure, because in my head, I don't know. In my head, I'm just a simple hustler. I'm just a hustler trying to make ends meet. That's all. In terms of contact, making contact with people that I interview, some of them I know directly. I've spent a lot of years in the industry, and I'm also coming from a football side. So one of the things that people don't understand is all of these football people, they listen to different shows. They know people who speak for them and who just go on air and say rubbish. And they also, there are times where I remember when I was in Brilla, when I would blast the player would show up in my DM and say, bros, take it easy on me now. Okay, I know sir, I need to do well, but take it easy on me. And, we'll pass this up like that. So there is that mutual respect, because they also know that I stand up for them a lot. I don't think that there's anybody who defend players and coaches in the sporting space like I do. And so when I go hard on them, they know that, okay, this guy's hard on me. But some, I just don't know at all. And I have to depend on other people, relationship. And sometimes I'm not too proud to go on Twitter or Facebook to write, I would love to interview this person who have a contact, please help me out. Sometimes people will help you. Where it's very, very difficult is Nigerians. Nigerians will not release contact for you. So you have to depend on people out there, and it helps. So I've banked on people who have contact to help me out. But some, Martin Tyler, I met him in Brazil in 2014. He was wowed by the speed of my commentary and the passion with which I showed. He called me, took my number, and we've had that relationship since then. So I keep relationship a lot. I have your number, I'll check up on you, how you're doing, because I don't always want to wait till when I need your help before I start reaching out to you, because people do that to me a lot, and I know it helps me. Some people only when I need your help. Oh, bros, my brother is sick, my mother is sick, my person is sick. This one, yeah, some things will happen. Like things are happening to me right now. Some things will happen that you cannot control. But at the end of the day, if you think that I will be the person that you will call when you're in trouble, learn to also reach out to me when you're not in trouble. Just check up on me, know how I'm doing, what's going on with me, how's everything going with me. I think that's the best way to do. But so for that one, I think I keep a very good relationship with people, and that has helped me as well. And I have people that I might go to. Like, let's say I want to interview this person and I don't have their contact. I talk to the person who I know they're always hanging out, and I try to do interview. Then there are some that no matter what you do, they just will not give you access. People like Kelechi Anasho, people like Wilfred Ndidi. Very, very difficult to get access to. Even if you meet their own person, they will put roadblock. You move on, right? You move on. You're not going to. So let me tell you some difficulties that I've also had to face. I've been trying to interview Peter Drury now for the past 3 years. I've done everything that I need to do, send the mail to his team, his management, and all that. Nothing is coming out. I keep sending reminder, and it just stopped. Fabrizio Romano, I just realized that I've been chasing him now for the past 2.5 years. Trying to get an interview of him. It's not working. So there are people that you will do everything you want to do, reach out, do everything. You just blank on it. Same for footballers, same for people. There's nothing you can do about that. You just have to go ahead and do your job. For fans, like I said before, I really don't see myself as a celebrity. That kind of status go to people like them Ali Baba, them Basketball, Timi Dakolo, Davido, Whiskey. I'm not there. Let's not lie to ourselves. I'm not there. Just get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Never even made a payout once. I don't think I'm there. Yeah, I was. See, when it comes to football analysis, I think I'm the greatest of them all. But that's where it ends. Celebrity goes beyond that. Just goes beyond being good at what you do. It goes into the realm of being very, very influencer, being very, very influential, also being successful, having the wealth to count on. And I don't have that yet. So I can't really see myself like that, Diane. Sorry to disappoint you on that one, but that's just what it is. Okay, I hope I've answered your question. This one is coming from Luther. Okay, Luther says, hi, Dafe. Good. It's afternoon? Oh, this is morning. Okay, good afternoon from my end. Okay, I'm in Dubai. Okay, Luther from Dubai, how are you? Okay, I want to know something from you. Okay, so there's a question I didn't answer from the family life and okay, I think I'll come back to that. I want from you. I've been trying to do YouTube as well, and I'm struggling with understanding the monetization and all that. How do you get your money out? How do you even know when you earn money? Okay, Luda, that's the hard one. Okay, but basically, you start out on YouTube. I think you need to go and read all of the information that you can read on YouTubers, how to get monetized on YouTube, what's the qualification and all that you would understand. So let's break it down a little bit so that it is understandable for every one of us. And this is how I start. You need, I think, 1,000 subscribers. I think, if I'm correct, 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of views to get monetized. And then the rest, it's not based on the region where you are, the CPM in your region. I know that 1,000 views is equal to $1 from the place where I am. It might be different from where you are as well, and it takes a whole lot. So the minimum threshold of payout is $100. When you get to $100, you can pay out. So that's the minimum threshold. I officially started since 2017. I've not done the payout once. I'm ashamed to say we've not really gotten the numbers to do that payout. And then the reason is that's not to say we've not done the $100. No, don't get me wrong. We've passed that. It took us between 2017 and 2021 to get to $400. Okay, so 2021 November, December 15th to get to $400, and then between that time and now we've gone up to 2,000 plus. But the reason why we've not paid out is that I consider that a lot of people have made sacrifice to get us to where we are, and it will not make sense to every time just be cashing at $100. We definitely would not see the result properly. So what I've done is increase the threshold to $10,000, so that by the time we are paying out $10,000, You could give people, apart from the small stipends that you're giving them right now to do what they're doing, you could give people something that is substantial and they will know, okay, we've worked for this. Let's put in some more effort and get something like this again, and then we'll share it. Because that's the formula it is. The formula here is you pay people, but it's a stipend to keep them going. But at the same time, every major earning, there's a lump sum that goes to everybody. That's the model that we operate here. So it's not really basically a salary kind of work, but it's a sweat equity kind of work where every effort you put in means that you own a part of the company one way or the other in terms of the profits that comes. So it's different, but it's going to take some time. YouTube is not like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, where the numbers are fast. YouTube, you've got to work. So there's plenty of frustration. There's plenty of reason to quit. But hey, now quit, I lose, according to my worried people. On YouTube, someone along there said, good morning, please, we need transfer a bit. I'm going to give you that one. Timothy, then go talk to Marcelo William. Olarawaja Abdul say Raphinha to Chelsea. Never saw it coming. But then it is all about the game. That's a quick one on Arsenal. Yeah, it is a quick one. So let's look at the transfer update because I'm just about leaving the studio now for my class. I have a class to teach. I have students waiting for me. And I mean, you guys, you have to understand, it's not easy to combine all of these things, but I have to. And if I don't leave early, traffic would stop me. Now that the rain has even come down, it's even worse. Chelsea are close to agreeing a 55 million deal with million pounds deal, with Leeds United to buy 25-year-old Brazil forward Raphinha, who is also attracting interest from Arsenal and Barcelona. Chelsea have turned their attention to 27-year-old Inter Milan and Slovakia defender Milan Skriniar, who is also a target for Paris St-Germain after deeming the 102 million pounds release clause of Juventus and Netherlands centre-back Matthijs de Ligt, 22, as too expensive. Paris Saint-Germain have agreed personal terms with Skriniar, as well as Lille's Portugal midfielder Renato Sanches, 24, and 23-year-old Italy striker Gianluca Scamacca, who plays for Sassuolo. The French champions now have to agree deals with each of the trios club, according to Get French Football News. Chelsea have been linked with a third Manchester City player. The Blues want to buy Ukraine international Oleksandr Zinchenko, 25, from the Premier League champions, having already opened talks about signing England for Raheem Sterling from them, and being linked with the Dutch defender Nathan Ake. I guess that Man City will make more money in the Premier League from transfer than Southampton this time around. Manchester City always buying, but this time around it seems like they are the ones that are going to make the money now. So we cannot go back and say Man City are not all about the money, but they're also making the Benjamin. The cheddars are also coming in. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag hopes the experienced signing of Barcelona's Dutch midfielder Frankie de Jong, 25, will convince Denmark playmaker Christian Eriksen, 30, to join the Old Trafford club. Tottenham Hotspur and step up their pursuit of Everton and Brazil forward Richarlison, 25, but a 20 million offer that also included Dutch winger Steven Bergwijn, 24, has been rejected by the Toffees. They are not interested in that kind of deal. Tottenham are now ready to seal a £100 million deal with Everton for both Richarlison and England under 21 winger Anthony Gordon, 21. What happened that have all of a sudden made Daniel Levy willing to spend? Mauricio Pochettino will be looking at Levy right now with his Bejero and be saying, God go punish you. Thunder go fire you. Rain go fall for your belly. Wish go press you. Okada go jam you for corner. Like you are a wish. When I was here, I took you to top 4, took you to the finals of Champions League. You didn't sign one single player. Antonio Conte that cannot speak English come and you are signing all these players for God will punish you. Yes, that's on me. That's Mauricio Pochettino saying to Daniel Levy. Middlesbrough are growing frustrated at Tottenham stalling on the deal for England on the 21 right back Jet Spence. That's not going to buy that player. That could open the door for Nottingham Forest to sign the 21-year-old who helped the City Grand side get promoted to the Premier League last season. Crystal Palace are close to signing Lens midfielder Chet Dakore in a deal worth 21 million euros, which is 18 million pounds plus add-ons for the 22-year-old Mali international. Fulham have been given the permission to speak with Brazilian midfielder Andres Pereira after agreeing a fee with Manchester United. Although the 26-year-old appears to prefer to stay at Brazilian side Flamengo, where he is on loan. Premier League newcomers Fulham have had talks over an 8 million move for Wolfsburg and Switzerland 27-year-old right back Kevin Mbabu. Ice Mbabu is Switzerland player. That's the part I don't know. Premier League newcomers Okay, I don't know. Southampton have joined a number of clubs in having an interest in Burnley's 26-year-old English midfielder George Brownhill. Brownhill Investments, Brownhill Entertainment, Brownhill Group of Company. That's Amadeus Company. Manchester City have agreed to sell England under 19 international Sam Edozie. Remember this guy that played in Community Shield against Leicester? Yeah. And everybody was shouting, oh, Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. To German club Bayer Leverkusen for £10 million. City's United States goalkeeper Zach Stefan, 27, is expected to join Middlesbrough on loan. Championship side Millwall and Watford are both interested in signing KV Cottridge, Senegalese forward Pape Abib Guaye, who is 22. Yes, that's all the story we've got here on the transfer side of town. Okay, this one is Shaw from OPIC. He said, if you think that Chelsea down and out because Roman Abramovich is no longer the owner of Chelsea, have a rethink because we are back in business of Chelsea. Okay, we should see. Anyway, I like the fact that they surprise us with this signing, but they need to do a whole lot more. That they're still Chelsea still all over the place. Let's be very, very honest here. But I like the swiftness with which they did the Raphinha deal. This is how you make a statement of intent. That's why I'm wondering what Newcastle is really doing, because I can't believe that. I want to even believe the conspiracy theory or the conspiracy thought that they had a deal in place for them not to spend that big and alter the market. I don't get that, because look at the kind of way that Bolly is going about his business with Chelsea. It doesn't seem to sound like that is even a possibility in the first place. Having said that, though, this is another message coming from there. You bless your dreams, see me to do. Okay. Thank you very much for your response, Edafe. I appreciate that, the honesty about the earnings that you responded to Luther. It's also something that I've always asked. And what stops you from moving into Europe, in and out, covering Nigerian players? It seems like when you do that, your numbers will rise, because from the look of things, your coverage of the Super Eagles World Cup qualifiers with Ghana gave you a very high view. How about that? Well, then I would lie to you. That's in the plan. That's actually one of the major plans that we have. But you see how they say in business, you start with what you have from where you are. I mean, there's nobody. This is not a company that's funded by anybody. There's nobody out there who comes, okay, guy, I believe in what you're doing. I'm going to give you $100,000 in the future. You give it back to me. Okay, there's nobody that's doing that. People, oh, I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. That's all it ends. It costs a whole lot of money to pay for visas, to pay for flights, accommodation, logistics within the European space. To do that, I would love to have done that, especially in this transfer window. Imagine I'm sitting with Tawa Woni right now. We're talking about, the rationale behind it moving. I mean, I know the numbers that it will bring. We're waiting for Osimhen to land in Napoli or wherever he's going to transfer to, and talking to the fans and getting everybody all riled up. It's an exciting idea. It's something that is already in the planning stage for us. But see, money makes the world go round. Until we have that money, we're going to sit in this studio, do what we can do here. The major setback, coming to your question, okay, what are the setbacks that you have, even doing what you're doing where you are? Major setback is spending that much money in producing grassroots content, and then you put it up, you get only 10, 20, maybe highest 200 views. It's crazy, because the grassroots content actually are very, very passionate, dear to me, because I want to be first to these people before other people get to know them. But at the same time, you have to look at the cost. Okay, you have to look at the cost and tell yourself that, is it really worth it? Is it really worth, putting all this money for every single 10, 15 minutes grassroots content you put out there? You're spending between 200 to 300,000 transportation, logistics, paying tours sometimes to carry your camera to places like Agege, Badon, different places to just get a shot of what you're doing. And then when you're done putting them together, paying for transport, hotels, and then you come and you get 200 views. Come on, that's not even up to a cent. So you realize that, okay, as a businessman, from a sporting perspective, you're happy that you're touching life, you're making impact. But from a business perspective, you look like, man, you're sick. It's foolish. Super Eagles are not going to be playing every day. Take, for instance, I have visa to Morocco, but I can't go to Morocco for the African Women Championship because the fund I was expecting didn't come. So that would have boosted our numbers up. So these are challenges these are real life, real time challenges that you face. But then you have to also understand that other people are facing problems. You can't even meet anybody right now, agencies or companies. I don't know, we'll think about it, we'll get back to you. And I mean, the Nigerian environment, people are so typically used to terrestrial broadcast system. You that is doing online, they're looking at you like, No, we don't have budget for online right now. We'll think about it next time. So that's just one of those things you would have to deal with. But hey, it's life. All of these ideas that you're raising, Diane, I love the interest. I love your passion. I love your desire to see us do all of those things. And we will do it one day. But for now, let's be where we are, start for where we are, and do what we do. Lord Mayor, I say Arsenal should go for Bowen. Okay. And then that Martinez is very important. For me, I'm satisfied with the deals that Arsenal have done already because at the end of last season, if you told me that by this time Arsenal would have done all these deals, I'll tell you that I don't think it is possible. So I know that there's still going to be some more deals, but I'm not going to put myself under unnecessary pressure and put up expectations that are not needed. I will just wait, enjoy the normal way I go about off-season, enjoy the season, and then enjoy the coming season. That's the way I go about it. Emmanuel, Mwata Stable, says, sir, you're really doing well. God bless you. Why don't move to TV program? This is why they do so. Now, what did they call it? Afan Fabric, you say, bro, good morning. Any transfer news about Nigerian players in Europe? There's none. The only one we have is the Taiwanese move to Nottingham Forest that is already confirmed. Some clubs are still working hard to get Emmanuel Dennis to come play for them so that he doesn't play for Watford in the relegation in the championship, but we're monitoring all of those ones. Victor Osimhen is still in Nigeria. He's not gone back to Italy. I think next month they're supposed to resume on the 6th or 7th. When he goes back, we'll see. But all the transfer talk about him have cooled down. So for those people waiting for me to go on TV, they say never say never. I don't think I want to go on TV. I don't think it's something that I want to do anymore. Maybe syndicated show I would do, but I don't think it's something that I want to do anymore. I'm a content creator. I'm good with that. I'm already doing a podcast. I'm already doing this show. I'm doing film. I think it's fine. I mean, there's a rush to want to see money come overnight, but the thing is, as a farmer, I've chosen to plant acorn seed that will produce oak tree, palm fruit that will produce palm trees. It takes time. I'm going to wait at the time and see it happen. But to jump out because people are doing TV, let me go and do TV, then I don't get it. But if you say this is not TV, I don't understand what is TV. This is TV. This is like the broadest TV that you can ever have. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and you say I should go and do TV. I don't understand what TV is again. I need to go and be on TVC or I don't know. But hey, guys, it's 9:40 already. I need to run now because I have an engagement. Coming up is Idowu Adeleke with the grassroots sports update, but you can only hear that one if you are on www.elegotetv.com/radio. I have to run. I have a class to teach. God bless you guys. Let's do this again tomorrow. Thank you very much, Diane, Luther, Divine, okay, and every other person. Sorry if I didn't read your message on Facebook, Instagram, or tweet, or YouTube. No, I think I did everything on YouTube or Facebook before I shut it down. God bless you and have for yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye. My name still is Idafi Matthews. So I'm going to love to come in there with all the sports. Have a wonderful day.
It's another brand Wednesday of Grassroots Sports Updates on Elegbete TV Radio. I'm Adeleke. The show is powered by Sports Exclusive.
My name is Coach Raji Olatunji Yekin.